Can I welcome you all for this next academic year? I hope all you are safe and you have enjoyed your holidays. And we are going to start our next academic year 2020-21, and we are going to follow the NCERT syllabus. In that, first lesson is about crop protection and management. Let us see what is meant by crop protection and management in detail. So we know that India is an agricultural country, isn't it? So growing plants and receiving animals for food, clothing and other useful product is defined as an agriculture. So when you see about agriculture, so agriculture is mainly cultivating the crops, isn't it, and rearing the animals. So what is meant by crop? If a plant of a same kind is grown on a large scale for food, clothing, etc., we call that one as a crop. So we can classify the crops into two types based on how they are grown and during which season they are grown into two major types. One is kharif crop, another one is rabi crops. So kharif crops, they are generally planted in June and they are harvested in October. For example, we can say rice, maize, cotton and groundnuts and are the examples for kharif crops. So why we are calling this this is a kharif crop? Because it needs more amount of water, so it is generally grown during the rainy season. So when you move about the rabi crops, these are generally planted in November and they are harvested in April. So example, we can say it as wheat, barley, pea, gram, peas, etc. So these crops needs a very little amount of water for their growths. Okay, so based on that climatic conditions during the winter season and during the rainy season, we are classifying the crops into two different types. So we are going to now see the step-by-step method of agriculture practices. First one, we are saying that we are going to prepare the soil, then we have to plough the soil, we have to level, we have to add the fertilizers to make the soil fertile, we have to select the seed and we have to sow the seeds. Then after sowing the seeds, we have to irrigate the land to make the crops to grow in a better way. Then along with the crops we can see so many weeds are growing along with them. So we have to weed it, remove the crops, weeds, and we have to protect the crops from insects and pests. So after that, final stage in the agriculture practices is harvesting. After harvesting, we are storing in a storage. That is in a large granaries called silos. So soil preparation. So first step is the major step in the agriculture practices is soil preparation. So soil preparation involves ploughing, leveling and applying fertilizers. So what is meant by ploughing? We say the process of loosening and turning the soil is called as a ploughing or tilling. So what is meant by ploughing? We are just tilling the land using the bullocks, or in modern days now we are using the tractors to plough the field, isn't it? So it helps to loosen the soil and it also makes the soil, turn the soil, and the fertile soil comes up, and it helps to penetrate the it makes the soil loosen, and it helps to and it helps in the free passage of water while during irrigation. So after ploughing, we are saying that it is a next process is leveling. So even after ploughing, big lumps of soil may remain in the field. So this has to be crushed by using a wooden planks. These we call it as a levelers. So this process to level the land. So if it is in a proper way, if it is leveled, we can make the land easy, and the crop production will be effective. So for that we have to level the land. Next process is applying fertilizers. So eventually the soil turn infertile. To avoid this situation, so farmers, what they will do, they will add the substance called fertilizers. After applying the fertilizers, we have to select the seeds. So selecting a good quality of fertility seed is next important process in the crop protection. So in India, the national level seeds corporation is involved in the protection of good quality of seeds. So when we buy this good quality seeds and sow, we will get a better yield. So for that we have to first of all select the seeds. After selecting the seeds, it can be sowed into the field either by manual sowing or by using a seed drill. So manual sowing, it is a process which involves directly by sprinkling seeds into the soil. That is, seeds sown in this method will be distributed unevenly. So manual implementation, so manual work will be carried out and it will be very difficult. So the seeds will not sown into a proper depth. So it has to be sown at a proper depth. For that we have moving for a modern method using a seed drill. So in this method we have to bring this into a field using a bullocks or a tractors, and we have to insert the seed into it. It will evenly distribute the seeds at a proper depth. So after that we have to move to the next step is irrigation. After the crops are sown, we have to irrigate that field. So for that irrigation we generally it is referred as the application of water to the soil for assisting the growth of the crops. So it may be under two broad categories. One is traditional method, another one is modern method. So traditional method we can say it involves a furrow irrigation, chain pump, moat, Dekli, Rohet are some of the traditional methods of irrigation. So these methods are very cheaper, but it leads to the wastage of water. Nowadays it will be a very difficult process that we are not getting enough water for everything. So this traditional method is not effectively used now. Then we are moving for the modern methods now. So we use often we can see sprinkler irrigation, that is in gardens. We can see the sprinkler irrigation, the waters are sprinkled. And another one method is a drip irrigation, which is very effective method. This method help in saving your water. So what happens here, it is through the pipes it will enter the roots easily, and it will save the water in a very large quantity. So drip irrigation is widely used in all the places and it is also major process in saving the water. And we have to be very careful that the water should not be entered into the land, and it should not be and we have to take the care that it should not be in the field excessively. Excess water on the field, it causes to the condition called water logging. So what happen if there is a water logging occurs, it will decreases the air passage, and it will leads to the decay of roots. So in order to avoid this condition, we have to remove the water from the field. We have to be very careful in that. So we know that weeding, weeds, what are mean by weeds? So weeds are the crops which weeds are the plants or herbs which grow along with the crops. So it will do, it will observe the nutrients from the soil. So it leads to the decrease in the crop protection. So weeds have to be removed properly. So the process of removing weed, we call it as a weeding. Weeding may be done manually or by using chemicals such as weedicides. So last step is a harvesting. So harvesting is a process which involves cutting off the crops after it is fully grown. It can be done either manually or manually by using a sickle, or nowadays they are using the machines to harvest the crop. So that is called as an harvester. After harvesting, the seeds has to be removed from the chaff. So that process we call it as a threshing. So removing the husk from the grains is called as a threshing. So okay.